now chose a legal strategy, looking for test cases they could use to challenge discriminatory laws. They focused on an obscure case wending its way through the Georgia courts in the fall of 1967. Lorena Weeks was a telephone operator in Wadley, Georgia, struggling to get by with 3 children. She sued Southern Bell because they had blocked her advancement in the company.
I worked because I had to. I didn't have any other choice. There were just a lot of jobs that women were not allowed to do. Cable repairman, a test deskman, a toll test, a switchman. It just goes on and on and on. But I was always looking. If there was any way any one of those jobs came open, I would want it because it meant so much more money.
When an opening for switchman came up, Weeks applied. By Southern Bell's own seniority rules, the job should have been hers.
It was maintaining the equipment within the central office, and it just as easy as it could be and just so much fun.
Weeks' application was turned down. She was told by her superior that the job was reserved for men.
He says, Lorena, I have nothing against you, but you know, if you win this position, we'll have to give it to other women. I said, well, that's exactly what this is all about. He said, well, you know, the man's the breadwinner in the family. I said, oh, no. When I go through the grocery line in the grocery store, they don't push back a loaf of bread and say, you a nice little lady, you can have this 10 cents cheaper just because I'm a woman.
Weeks sued Southern Bell. In court, the company successfully argued that they were merely protecting women from having to lift equipment weighing as much as 30 pounds.
Most any woman, if they ever held a baby, they could lift 30 pounds. It wasn't a protective thing to keep women out of these jobs. It was keeping them away from making more money.
The National Organization for Women provided a young lawyer, Sylvia Roberts, to handle Weeks' appeal. During the trial, Roberts arranged for several objects weighing more than 30 pounds to be brought into the courtroom.
These pieces of equipment were supposed to be beyond Lorena's capability, and I lifted all of those, and I pointed out that I wasn't even an average-sized woman.
Sylvia was a tiny little woman. She didn't even weigh 100 pounds. She was a little thing.
Even after Roberts' demonstration, the case dragged on for nearly 2 years, but Weeks refused to give up.
Why'd I fight so hard? Because I knew, like myself and my mother, how hard you had to work to make a living. A lone woman has to work and pay debts just like the man does.
Finally, in March 1969, a federal appeals court ruled in Weeks' favor, stating that Title VII rejects this type of romantic paternalism. The promise of Title VII is that women are now to be on equal footing.
Weeks' case gave momentum to now because it showed that we as women could use the system, that we could achieve this equality under the law. It wasn't fanciful. It wasn't a pie in the sky. It could be done, and we did it.